I want to ask you something, because as I started to read Poems and Prayers, you sort of confront a lot of my previous rebuttals to faith, which I imagine a lot of young people have, which is around like the science of it.
Yeah.
Like what about the science? What about proof and evidence?
Yeah.
You confront this head on. And how do you think about that? Because you're someone that understands the science and the studies and all those kinds of things. But
I think science is the practical pursuit of God. And like we're talking about perfection, it ain't ever going to get there. But bravo for it. I believe God loves a scientist. I believe he does. Going, thank you. Again, like hands on the wheel. Thank you for being agnostic and going, you can only believe in your science. Thank you. You're churning your way towards me. I'm not going to get here, but thank you for that pursuit, that independence, to bring up the word again. I don't know. That's the point. I can't not conclude. Those are nouns. Belief is a verb. Faith is a verb. In God or any of those other things that we were talking about, our better selves, each other. Those are, a scientist doesn't necessarily doubt. A scientist just says, I can't believe in something that until it's proven. And if it's unproven, my craft says I cannot believe it. I believe that's what a scientist looks at it. So I cannot believe in, or maybe it's I must doubt that which cannot be proven. I understand that. That does not, again, contradict a scientist, or if that's your vocation, if that is your philosophy and your life creed of how you behave and believe, that does not contradict belief in God, even though you can't conclude that God exists. I know plenty of scientists that are also believers. I don't know. You know, it's. I got a poem in here, and this is not a lowest common denominator, but also just another practical way of thinking about it. If you're like, man, I'm not for it. Let's just go practical for a second. Heaven or not, all right? Tomorrow is not today's measurement when the misery is bad enough. To the suffering, consideration is a privilege. And that's part of what faith and religion are for. To help those in misery hang on to a hope that will most likely not be served them in this life. To sell them belief and faith that they will be served in the next. And what if there's nothing there, man? What if there's nothing to hope for? No next. I don't know. Either way, in misery, here, or without a heaven there, not having any hope or faith in anything is a certain way to remain where you are forever. But if you can find something that can keep you going, something, no matter how small, to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here will be better than it is now, heaven or not. It's not an argument for faith. It is saying, though, what I think is true, what I believe is true, is that to pursue that divinity, even if you don't believe in the author, it's not anonymous. But if you say, no, when you say that's God, I don't believe in that author, fine, okay. Find principles and ways of living and approaching life, yourself, others, your neighbor and self. There's, call them ethics, whatever, morals, whatever you want to call them, paradigms and sort of law markers out there. That's going to help in this life. Now. Gets you out of the rut.
That's what the science and the studies show, that people that do have a faith are happier, healthier. And people can argue as to why that is, you know.
Hey, that's what I try to be clear in this, that I'm not trying to convert people to go, no, you should believe in God. Blah, blah, blah. There's plenty enough to go. I get it with religion that excludes a certain amount of people that I cannot go there. I cannot go I cannot purchase the belief that some people of faith have, which is, well, if you don't believe Jesus is the only Son of God, and that's it, then you're going to hell. I got too many friends, a lot of them over there in Mali and around the whole world. I'm like going, I can't go as far to believe that they're all going to hell, if there even is one. But it's when religion has become exclusionary along the way that, let's remember, we bastardized it. You know where religion comes from? The word. You know, I love, like I talked about sin earlier, to miss the mark. Religion is from the Latin root re ligare. Ligare means to bind together. Means again. Religion is about restoration. Got a bunch of spiritual friends who say they're not religious, and know what they're telling me is they want unity. That's what religion means. We bastardized it along the way. We made it a business. I don't believe that the original creators of religion and Muhammad and Jesus and God are going, yeah, that's fine. No, there's even stories in the Bible about going, no, that ain't fine. But so we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I just pose the question to us to say, maybe it's not religion we're mad at. Maybe we need to restore what that means, restore its original meaning and live that way.